History of Thanksgiving in America. Thanksgiving in the United States is a national holiday rooted in early colonial history, indigenous traditions, harvest celebrations, and centuries of cultural evolution. Although often associated with a single, first Thanksgiving, the holiday developed gradually and changed dramatically over time. Indigenous traditions. Long before colonists arrived, long before Europeans reached North America, indigenous peoples held harvest festivals and ceremonies giving thanks for the earth's bounty. These celebrations varied across tribes, such as the Wampanoag, Haudenosaunee, Iroquois, Cherokee, and many others, and frequently involved feasting, dancing, prayer, and community gatherings. These traditions predate the arrival of the Pilgrims by thousands of years. The 1621 Pilgrim Wampanoag Gathering. The event, commonly called the First Thanksgiving, occurred in 1621 at Plymouth, in present-day Massachusetts. The Pilgrims had survived a brutal first winter. The Wampanoag people, led by Uzamakin Massasoit, had helped them plant crops and taught them local survival skills. After a successful harvest, the Pilgrims held a 3-day feast. Around 90 Wampanoag joined them, contributing food and participating in games and diplomacy. Important context: this was not called Thanksgiving at the time. It was not a religious day of prayer, which the Pilgrims often labeled as a Thanksgiving. It was a diplomatic and seasonal celebration. Additional colonial Thanksgivings, 1600s to 1700s, throughout the 17th and 18th centuries, colonists held irregular days of Thanksgiving, usually religious days of fasting or prayer, not feasts. These events were often declared after military victories, drought endings, or good harvests. Different colonies celebrated on different days. The connection to the 1621 event was not widely recognized at the time. The Revolutionary Era. During the American Revolution, the Continental Congress proclaimed several national days of Thanksgiving to boost morale or celebrate military victories. George Washington, as the first president, declared November 26, 1789, a national day of Thanksgiving. However, there was no annual national holiday yet. Each president chose independently whether to declare one. Sarah Josepha Hale and the Campaign for a National Holiday, 1800s. Beginning in the 1840s, writer and editor Sarah Josepha Hale, author of Mary Had a Little Lamb, campaigned for a permanent, annual Thanksgiving holiday. She published recipes and articles promoting Thanksgiving as a national family celebration. Wrote letters to governors and presidents urging national recognition. Her efforts helped popularize the idea of Thanksgiving as we know it today. Lincoln establishes Thanksgiving as a national holiday, 1863. In the midst of the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln proclaimed Thanksgiving a national annual holiday in 1863, following Hale's petition. He set the date for the last Thursday in November and framed it as a day for gratitude, unity, healing a divided nation. This marks the official beginning of modern Thanksgiving. The date is finalized. 1939 to 1941, President Franklin D. Roosevelt attempted to extend the holiday shopping season by moving Thanksgiving 1 week earlier in 1939. The change caused confusion, Franksgiving, and in 1941, Congress passed a law establishing Thanksgiving Day equals the fourth Thursday in November. This is still the date used today. Modern traditions. Thanksgiving has evolved into a secular and cultural celebration including large meals featuring turkey, stuffing, and pies, family gatherings, and travel football games. Since the late 1800s, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade began 1924, volunteer work and charitable food drives. The beginning of the holiday shopping season, e.g., Black Friday, contemporary reflection and indigenous perspectives. In recent decades, there has been increased public recognition that the relationship between colonists and indigenous peoples included violence, displacement, and broken treaties. For some Native people, Thanksgiving is a day of mourning or reflection, particularly in New England. Others observe it in culturally adapted ways, combining indigenous and modern traditions. The holiday now carries multiple meanings across communities.